Many of you guys know 2025 has been a generational year for Playboi Carti alongside his fans. Really since March, Carti finally dropped the album, and since March, Carti has not looked back whatsoever. Dropped the album, went on tour with The Weeknd, is currently on his second tour with the whole label, Antagonist 2.0. Carti's been going crazy. A lot of sold out shows in arenas for this entirety of the tour. He's been previewing crazy grails that nobody has been expecting whatsoever. We got Carti making TikToks about old V2 grails. We got Carti posting on TikTok about a Whole Lotta Red 5-year anniversary. I don't know what the hell is going on. All I know is that in 2025, this is a generational year for Carti alongside his fans. So let's talk about it. So like I said earlier, Carti's currently on the Antagonist 2.0 tour with the rest of Opium. We got Carti, we got Ken, we got Lone, we got Homicide Game, we got Apollo Red, all on one night, all on one set. The tour just started. They're currently on show like 5 or 6, something like that. But everybody's been going crazy. They've been playing a lot of their new stuff, but also what I was wondering for this tour, right? Are they gonna strictly just play all new stuff? Is it gonna be like all More Chaos, all Broken Hearts 3? Is going to be all of the new Homicide Game album, all of new Apollo Red album? Is Carti only going to play songs from iMusic? And that's not really the case. Pretty much more so like the hits or like the biggest songs with like a tad bit of the newer songs from their newer project, right? With Ken, he does like 5 or like 6 More Chaos songs. Lone does the same thing with BH3. And then Carti's doing like, I'd say like half of iMusic, and then the half is just like greatest hits, which I honestly think is kind of like the perfect play for Carti, right? But what I wanted to speak on in this video, and what a lot of people have been losing their minds over, is that this dude Carti is just pulling out grails out of nowhere, right? Top of the line, S tier, the best of the best grails. I'm like, what the hell, right? The first time we seen Carti really pull out a grail for one of the first shows, I believe it was like the 2nd or 3rd show, we seen this dude Carti end off one of his shows with 24 songs. That was crazy. Everybody lost their minds. They're like, yo, Carti pulled off 24 songs in 2025, and what a lot of people peeped from the 24 songs version, apparently Carti's playing like a fan-made YouTube version of 24 songs at the show. I don't know why he just doesn't play like the OG version. I don't know what happened with that, but nonetheless, this dude Carti played 24 songs. That was crazy, right? So we're like, okay, he played 24 songs. Could we see Carti tease or even play some grails, new music? That could definitely be a possibility for this tour, right? Especially for a lot of the major cities, something like that, right? So we're like, okay, one of the shows he played 24 songs. I wonder what he's gonna play next, right? And then like the next show, this dude Carti plays Rockstar. Hear the Swamp Izzo intro. Carti pulls off Rockstar. We're like, what the hell? So he's 2 for 2 with crazy top of the line grails, right? So last night the LA show went down, and obviously a lot of people had a lot of expectations for the LA show, since that's pretty much like one of the top like 2, 3 biggest cities for this tour, right? So a lot of people were like, yo, what grails could we see Carti pull off in LA last night? He's played 24 songs, he's played Rockstar. What could we see? We've been seeing Carti, tease, designer shoes. Apparently this is going big on TikTok, something like that. Carti made like a TikTok, playing designer shoes. Maybe you could play that. Obviously last night we were watching it, he didn't play any new grails. But for Carti to play 24 songs and Rockstar is great. Those are crazy pulls, bro. So hopefully he just starts pulling more grails at some of the other shows. That would really be insane. I know a lot of people are gonna lose their minds hearing like their grail, especially in the arena speakers. That is going to be crazy. But I'd say this was like the first case of Carti like teasing and previewing grails from previous eras, right? Obviously Rockstar, obviously 24 songs, right? That was all for what went down with the tour, right? Then we seen Carti post on his TikTok. This was actually confirmed real. Carti has like a TikTok, some like Richard Millie, some that's the name, something like that, right? But Carti previewed and deleted Richard Millie's 1996, this on his TikTok, and this is legit. And these are Whole Lotta Red vinyls. And as we all know, we're currently in 2025, meaning 5 years ago, Whole Lotta Red did release. So the 5-year anniversary of Whole Lotta Red is going to be going down this Christmas in like a couple of weeks, something like that, right? But Carti did preview 3 new versions of a Whole Lotta Red vinyl, which got a lot of people talking, right? All right, Carti, he's previewing some grails, some top of the line grails at his tour, all right? Carti's, co-signing designer shoes, all right? That's like 3 grails from 3 different eras from Carti, all right? It's dope, Carti just teased a Whole Lotta Red, alternate vinyl. Could we see Carti drop a Whole Lotta Red deluxe? That's what people have been saying. Me personally, I don't really think so. I don't really think we could see a full-on Whole Lotta Red deluxe. What I'm thinking, what probably might be the case for the vinyls to come out on the Whole Lotta Red anniversary, I'm thinking might be delusional. Carti gives us like 3 to like 5 grails, like some crazy, you know, top of the line. Obviously Carti knows exactly what the fans want to hear, so why not throw it on the Whole Lotta Red Deluxe, or like the Whole Lotta Red 5-year anniversary, similar to like what he did with the I Am Music Deluxe, right? Threw all the singles on streaming and then gave us obviously F on My DJ as kind of like a grail towards the fans. Could we see that with the Whole Lotta Red anniversary? We will see in a couple of months. But like I said at the start of the video, this dude Carti has been going crazy all year long. He's been really like feeding the fans like crazy. He's playing new grails, he's previewing old V2 stuff. We got a Whole Lotta Red, you know, 5-year anniversary, you know, 3 different vinyls on the way, potentially some grails on there. And what I like about Carti is that, you know, obviously Carti, he's mysterious and he's quiet, and obviously we know Carti for that. But really when Carti comes back, he will flood the fans like crazy, and that's currently where we are as Carti fans. We are just eating like crazy all year long. Like I said, weekend tour, that was pretty dope. Obviously he did to the stadium, probably made a crazy bag. Cool, I don't blame you. Boom, he dropped the album. All right, super dope. Everybody loves the album. The album is still currently #1 in terms of rap albums within 2025, which is insane to really think about. Who would have thought, you know, back in 2015, 2016, 2017, that in 2025, Playboi Carti would have the biggest rap album of 2025 when he dropped that on the 3rd month of the year back in March, and we're currently in October, the 10th month of the year. For 7 months to hold the biggest rap album of the year. That is a crazy statistic for Carti to hold. We've seen a bunch of major rap artists who are big dogs, like huge mainstream top of the line dogs, you know, drop some projects this year and they're not competing with Carti's album. That is crazy. A lot of people were like, yo, is Carti's tour gonna be sold out? From the looks of it, it's looking very good. Like before the tour, we're like, yo, I don't know how this tour is looking, but the tour is looking really good. He's playing grails. The Carti com has been stupid active. Carti got it dumb lit. 2025, like I said in the intro, is probably a generational year for Playboi Carti. I'm putting that up there with like 2021. 2021, obviously he just came off, you know, Whole Lotta Red. Then he did the tour. That was amazing. But 2025 is up there, bro. We've been eating like crazy all year long, but that's pretty much the whole video I wanted to make. I just want to make a quick video about, you know, people were like, yo, May, drop a video about, you know, the grails. Could we see more grails at the tour? If so, let me know what you guys would like to see played live at the tour. I was thinking he was going to play something, at least one new grail last night live for LA, because that was one of the first shows that was sold out for the tour. But it was pretty much the same thing, but people can't really complain. He brought out Kendrick, he brought out ASAP Rocky, he brought out Fake Meek, he played, you know, 24 songs. He obviously played Rockstar, and this was obviously a pretty insane set list, right? He went 15 songs off music, 5 Whole Lotta Red, 3 Die Lit, gave us some grails, gave us some huge, insane special guests. Kendrick Lamar, ASAP Rocky. The tour is looking really good. Let me know what you guys think of 1, the Whole Lotta Red anniversary. What could we see with that? 2, I would say, what grails would you guys like to see added towards the set list for the tour? And then 3, what's up with this whole designer shoes, you know, TikTok type thing? Let me know. We're like in a very interesting period, but a very dope period as Carti fans. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. So many mayors, and I'm out. Thank you guys.